Boom! Just kidding, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Alright, so we got a bit of Soulman Reloaded up today, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, you would never know it just by looking at the desktop, but the secondary event for Lou Gao is up. They don't normally they actually have a event that normally it's a desktop event for the second one, and then on the third one it's the new character introduced, and then they have the remaining 20 shards that you need to do it. Here they did not put up a desktop, they just went ahead and stuck it inside of the time limited events. So please make positively sure that you do take care of this. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do a video. So you should have 110 now from after you get the 20 in this, because you should have got 90 at the first the major event when it first came out, which was a desktop event, Craftsman Lou Gao event, and then you get 20 more here in this event to give you 110. Next event in 2 weeks, we'll see the next character to be introduced, which is, if we take a look at our list, Erming. It'll be the tank. Okay, so that'll be the next character. So in 2 weeks, we'll be seeing Erming. And inside of the Erming event, there'll be a Soul Master sale option, and you'll be able to get the remaining 20 shards for Lou Gao. It'll be a chest actually, and it'll have the 20 shards in it. Or you can use them on another character, but as I've said always, you want to get the character when you can, simply because of the fact that you need it for divine skills, especially if you're considering using any of these characters, the one before or after. You will need that. You'll need him to actually make the divine skills, so keep that in mind. But it is under time limit events. It is not a desktop event. They've also got a pretty good reward setup here. Chance to get some shards. It's the low level chest. It's the first base chest. We have on the SS Plus chest, we have the 4 chest, which has these 4 characters in it. Okay. And then we have the 6 chest, which adds BB Dong into the actual mix. Okay. And then we have the 8 chest, which adds Siga Texan and Wu into it. So keep that in mind. So it's it's not the top chest, but it's the lowest chest, but you're getting it for free, so it doesn't really matter. Plus you get some experience, as well as some of the martial souls, which of course you could always use. Standard normal mode, of course you want to do that. Stamina, you want to do that. They had a really good weekly package this week. Last week's was pretty dour, but this one, the free one, okay, the divine tool, this had the Azure Divine and the godly form, so that's a chance to level those up. Martial soul, get some soul power, as well as 50 for and then a soul bone with that, which had some good stuff in it. So this is definitely something that you would want to I purchased them all. Simply because of the fact, I didn't purchase, I think I purchased only got the free one last week. Didn't like any of the others. It was for items you already had. This is a chance, of course, if you want to get Lou Gao this time, but why? Wait 2 weeks and you can get him then. It's not necessary to get him now, but if you want to spend a little bit of money, do so. They got a bunch of shards for him in here. Also got some of the martial souls, as well as 50 shards and then 80 shards. 105. This is for the actual sorry, so you get quite a bit out of this. I mean, that's 105 shards. You could definitely rack up something pretty good for those. So keep that in mind. Special sale, time limited pop up. Okay, this is when it locks check in. And then we got the time limited sale. This is pretty good. I'm going to purchase some stuff in this as well. I already did purchase some of it, but I'm probably going to actually go ahead and purchase these items right here, just because it's a lot of that. That'll give you a chance to get some a couple pools. Soul Master sale, right here it is. So this is the 20 shards that you want to get right here. Okay, this will take you from 90 to 110. They've got here. This is, of course, if you want to use only the ones. I put it, of course, to Evil Eye because he's the only one I'm working on right now. Then they got this is a max chest, so this chance to get Sea God or Wu, if you're looking for that. And then they got some the shards. So pretty good event in terms of that. And there's a secondary up on Grandmaster coins. So yeah, they didn't put it on. Normally, the first and second event are desktop events. At least they have been. They're obviously decided to go ahead and just stick it into the time limited events. So but we'll wait for the next one to come out here in a couple of weeks. One of the things I was thinking is I think this was a little bit faster. I was thinking that there's normally 2 weeks between events. I think Lou Gao was just last week. Okay, so maybe they're adjusting the release schedule a little bit. Pretty much it's been a desktop event when a new character is introduced. 2 weeks, that same desktop event, and they'd offer you another 20 shards. Then 2 weeks after that, you'd have the third event, which was a new character release for the next character on the release list. And then there'd be a Soul Master sale to get the final 20 shards for the previous character. Well, it looks like they might be changing things up a little bit. So we'll have to see. But maybe that's why they're giving out the shards this time. Is if they're going to increase the release time between, instead of having 2 weeks between it, maybe a week between it. I guess we'll see if towards beginning or middle of next week, if we actually see the release of the new character Ming, and then we'll know that they're speeding up the release cycle a little bit for the global, which is not surprising because they're already into SP inside of the China server, so the Asian server. So it wouldn't be surprising if they wanted to go ahead and speed things up a little bit inside of global, which is fine. The quicker I get to Hugh, the quicker I start building her up and put her in as a replacement for Clear Sky. So yeah, I have no problem at all if they want to speed things up just a bit. So that's in the time limited events. Okay. Other than that, there's really not anything desktop related going on. We've got the standard events. We've got the concert. Okay, for Zoo. So go ahead and make sure that you do that. It's just tap 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 tap. As the arrow goes. It's exceedingly boring. Just do it once and get an S or an SS, and then then you could just ton out the best of it and skip it through. Supreme funds and special funds if you wanted to do that. As you can see, I'm up to 88.93, so it looks like I'm probably going to hit. I'm probably going to hit 10,000 million here. Probably end of next week sometime. Will probably because I've got a lot of stuff to pull on, and they've been the last couple of events. They've been entering. It seems like they've been entering, like in the time limited events. They've been entering double events. Like you remember the one before this, they had like 2 or 3 events going on inside of the actual time limited events. So they seem to be increasing things up quite a bit. So if they're going to keep doubling up on the events, that'll allow us to get shards and whatnot. Ooh, got a Seraphim shard right there. Some soul power. Some purple shards, nothing good there. Nothing good there. So, but we're going to see if anything can be formed up from it. And it can. So let's take a look and see what we got here. So we've got chance to upgrade this. So I just created it. Yeah, increased up with the set. It's now a 3-star set. So we pick up the team crit resist level by 15. So as you can see, this is just a really easy way to get some BP. Okay. In terms of that right here, what I normally do when I want to combine souls, I only combine the souls on my red. Okay, simply because the fact that they're the most valuable. So I need to get this soul devouring spirit here. This is the one I'm lacking, and I'll be able to make that set. So I just have to wait and see. But diamond mammoth. So as you can see, I'm actually starting to have pretty good. I've actually made, made a bunch of these. So as you can see, the shards, they're not that. It seems to be. You just got to make sure that you do tin pool. Don't, because that's if you do a tin pool, you see, every tin summon is guaranteed to include at least one middle or higher sword force. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're always pulling 10 because that way you get the guarantee. If you just pull 1 10 times, you're not going to be guaranteed to get a middle or higher soul force. So I always do it in 10s. Okay, so if I had like 6 or 8, I wouldn't pull. I'd wait until I got 10. Wait until the next day to pick that up. And as you can see, that took me up to 88.99. So I'm going to be in 8,900 here shortly. But yeah, if they keep doing these doubling up on these events, definitely not going to have any issues whatsoever racking up that. So I'm just going to be waiting for that to happen. Soul Beast Forest, nothing new. Treasure Pot, they've still got the sex speed race going on. So make sure that you do participate in this to get a little bit. The rewards are actually pretty nice. Actually, they gave me almost. You can get over 1,000 diamonds just for participating. So just make sure that you go in and. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure who's allowed. I don't know if. I don't know who sets up the ship. I mean, I set up the ship because I'm the guild leader, but I'm not sure if your guild leader's not doing it. Like I'm always setting mine up. Okay, so but I'm not sure if your guild leader has to set it up or what. I don't know if just a player could do it, but if it does, make sure that you do set it up. And make sure you do get some of those chests because those are pretty. They got some pretty good rewards inside of those medium chests inside of there. There's immortal orb essence and a few other things in there that can turn out to be pretty valuable when you're trying to level up your immortal orbs, which, as I've said before, you should be doing. I know it seems piddly at first, and you don't really get much in terms of BP, but once you start racking those beastie boys up and start taking them up to the next level, they could start getting, as I showed you in that video a few I think it was a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I mean, that's like what 25 BP, 25. Just like that. I mean, that's really, really good in terms of leveling up. So don't neglect them. Okay. They don't give you a lot of resources to be doing, massively upgrading a set for every single character. You'd have to be spending a little bit of money to do that, but you definitely want to make sure that your SSS characters do have that. And remember, herbs are transferable, like the soul bones, so it's not a big deal. If you put it on an SS character or an SS plus character, you can move it to a triple S character once you've got the character. They're not, it's not conducive to that character, just like the soul bones can be moved to any character. Okay, not the armor, as I've said before. The armor is, the armor's static. Okay, this is static. You can pull off the awakening shards, of course, and cash back in for the materials, but you can't move this to another character. This can be moved to another character. Okay, you just remove it, put it on another character. Simple piece of cake. Same thing with the herbs. You just remove it right here, and put it on another character. So feel free to just smoke them up, level them up as fast as you can. Don't worry about wasting the actual materials on in some games where you build a character up, and then when you get a better character, but there's not a whole lot you can do about it. You just wasted the materials on that, and it feels wasteful. That's not a problem. On the soul bones and the herbs, they are fully transferable, so you don't have to worry about messing up something. Okay, just make sure it's a set, and as you're applying the herbs, they'll tell you what makes the set. Okay, so it's not like it's something to figure out. Just choose the set that most benefits what you are. There's one set that sort of favors attack, another favors defense. So you want to make sure that you put a herb set on that sort of coincides with your actual character type. You know, don't you might not want to put an attack set or a mortal orb set on a tank, okay, or vice versa. So just keep that in mind, okay. And it's also a good idea to actually start sticking the. For instance, I moved the weapon. I had this triple S weapon residing on bow. I decided to just go ahead and move it over to Clear Sky just to see what would it do, and I actually got about a 10 million BP jump out of that. Okay, even though it's only 1 star. So keep in mind that the 1 stars inside of Triple S seems to be usable right then and there. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. You don't really have to wait to get it up to 2 stars. I got a massive boost out of it. Okay, oh, just got the super attack out of this, which is really good. So as you can see, I took my BP up to 8904. Just by refining. So yeah, every day, I'm averaging a couple hundred each day, and that, you should, if you're doing the Martial Souls, if you're taking part in all the events, getting the items. I did this Soul Force Emerge 2 days ago, and it completely replaced them. So make sure that you do check this. Just go into the thing and just hit place all. It will not tell you that you need to do it. It did not tell me that I need to do it. But when I clicked on it, it kept the same ones, but it reorganized them. And I noticed what it did was it pulled Ling Ling and Shark out, even though they're not leveled up. It put them in there and increased my soul power all the way up to the next level. So that's another reason you definitely want to get the characters, because look at this. Okay, see, guy Tanks in is he's at God 3 right now, and I'm pulling 260 on his soul power. But check this out. Ling Ling and the Shark are at 0. I have not put any resources. I have not done anything with them. They're completely static. I got them, summoned them, and I didn't do anything. I did not level them up. I did not enhance them. I did not, nothing. And it's pulling 500. Okay? And look at Clear Sky's God 5. He's pulling 300, 500. Okay? So even the base characters are going to give you, from an SSS, Triple S perspective, are going to give you a lot more soul power than you're going to get from a SS Plus. So keep that in mind. And that's another reason you definitely want to get the character, even if you don't plan on using it, simply because of the fact that getting the character is going to increase this soul power. And when you take this Beastie Boy up a level, okay, I took it, yeah, it was a huge jump. Okay, I think it was, yeah. So keep that in mind. So definitely want to make the character. You don't have to do anything with it, as I'll show you here. I haven't done anything with them. Okay, they're right here. See, they're still base. See, 1 star. I haven't done anything to them. I haven't even applied anything to them. I will be in the future. But, yeah, I haven't done anything to them. So, and they're giving me 5. So even a God O, it's giving me more soul power than my Clear Sky God 5. Okay? So just keep that in mind. You definitely want to make the character, even if you're not going to use it, just because you'll be beneficial from that. And that's a good way to get BP. Okay? That's what we're going for, is we're trying to get up there. And every little bit helps. So keep that in mind as well, too. And if they keep throwing out the double events and speed up the character releases, that's it. The quicker that we get to Hugh, I'll be getting Hugh, of course. As I've said. And then from here we jump into the SP character. And I want to see, I assume we're going to probably have another Tang Xian inside the SP. I would assume that's the way they're going to go. That would be the logical assumption. He is the protagonist. So I assume they'll have a max character for him, which will be really cool. If you watch the anime, when you start to get up in those areas there, he's pretty darn cool. Very powerful. So we'll have to see what that's going to look like. But, from what I'm hearing, Hugh can take on those SP characters and beat them So she's going to be super OP, so we definitely want to get her. So if you're looking for, OPs, it looks like the two last characters inside of that set seem to be the best. In SS Pluses, it was Tang Xian and Wu. And it looks like it's going to be probably Zhu and Hugh. So we'll have to see. But we'll check that into account when we do it. But I'm definitely going to get her. So if at this rate, we've got Meng, and then we've got Zhu, and then she's up. So it can conceivably be in a few months, which is what I was hoping. But we'll just have to wait and see at that point. In the meantime, I'm going to continue building up everything. Focusing on my soul bones. So I'll have a full set to stick on Hugh. And then I'll be able to make the determination at that point if I want to go for Meng, I'll have him. And if I want to go ahead and replace Ren with Meng, while waiting for the next, big character that comes out in the SP group. But what? So I'll be able to make up Hugh, max her out, and I probably have enough to do Meng or get him really close. I might just go ahead and wait and see what the SP character is. If they have an SP tank, and just maybe go for that character instead. I'll have enough to make another character, so I might just go ahead and use it on an SP instead of focusing on an SS, because SP is currently, I guess, the upper level. I'm sure they'll come out with a new SSSP or something. I don't know. Difficult to say at this point, but we'll have to wait and see what they do. But yeah, so a little bit up in the air at this point. So right now I'm just working through getting my BP up. I want to be at 10,000 million by as fast as possible. I'm going to be going up to level 107, and I'll be able to start doing those materials, and I'll be able to start bringing up armor levels and stuff. So I'll be able to. Yeah, it shouldn't take very long for me to clear out and get up to. But it's probably going to be. It's going to take quite a little. It's going to take quite a while. It could, anywhere from since I'm already at 89, I could probably be at 9,000 probably into next week, and then probably, because we're going to come out with a new character, but I'm not going to put anything into him, so it might be a month or two before I actually do hit the. It just depends on how much I get, and it also depends on the events. If they keep rolling out 2-time events. They could jump up. Plus, I'm saving up a lot of actual materials for both tanks and for attackers, so that I'll be able to, if I do decide to go with the SSS Meng, I'll have enough to work on his level, get his armor up as well too. But that's something we'll have to wait and make a decision at this point. Right now, I'm just in the process of storing, but even just storing and not really focusing too much on the items, you can see you still get a steady increase in your BP. I've got to get up to 8920, and I'll be able to take up the next level in the peak. So just working through it. It's pretty good. I do got to run some more SP. Cleared it out this evening, or I cleared it out this morning, but I'm going to have to run it again this evening. All right, so that's all I got. Just want to let you know it's not announced, but check the time limited event in the Soul Master sale. Okay, Soul Master sale right here is the 20 shards. Don't miss it. Okay, because if you miss it, the next event that comes out will be the final event for him. He'll be in the Soul Master sale, and you'll be short 20 shards. And if you want to get him, you'll have to spend a little bit of money. But if you don't, get it now. Okay, so that you don't miss it. But yeah, it's not announced, and normally it is, but they didn't do it this time. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you're subscribed, you'll see that bell. Click on it. You get notified each time I drop a video. Ken Rear, still coming at you from the corner, signing out.